dealing with a child. A child. Her cardiac catheterization showed no blockage in her heart. That's fantastic news. Okay? We still don't know about if she has cancer. We still don't know about that. She's got fantastic news in that instance. She has to be on some medication. Okay? But she could have been told she had blockage. And also we have to make an appointment with her primary care physician, which I just did. I've beaten it to the bush. I'm doing it right instantly. The minute I just talked to her doctor for 20 minutes, okay? My mom has to get back with a cardiologist, which we're going to get the same one as before the pandemic. We were seeing her. My mom was seeing her regularly. So she gets good news that there's no blockage. That's fantastic news. Okay? But there's still something wrong. She still has a weak heart. She has cardiomyopathy, and we don't know why. It requires blood tests. She needs to regularly see a cardiologist. She'll probably have to see one every 6 months or something, okay? To see how things are going. And the medication can get her heart, it can reverse. But we have to keep up on it. All right? She gets all that good news. Again, we still don't know about the ERCP. I told you that even though the cardiologist she saw in the hospital and the stress test and all that gave a full green light, she can have the ERCP, the person doing it said no. Well, the doctor has seen this happen before. She's like, your mom's scheduled in a few weeks, a couple weeks or whatever, for that ERCP outpatient, but now there's new things going on with her heart. You need to have her primary care physician contact them and let them know and get permission ahead of time so we don't show up there and they say no or something, and they have to. So she needs the ERCP too. They can't say no. So you know what I mean? If she needs that too, they can't say no. These people said no. They didn't view it as an emergency. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. She has to have that ERCP too, and the cardiologist gave full steam ahead, so. It can be different doctors too, so maybe the one on November 4th won't say no, but we need to make sure we're being proactive here. Okay? And I liked this doctor. I'm glad that she's the one that called me, because she's like, well, I'm going to request to have me removed because you're getting upset. I'm justifiably getting upset. I'm told my mom by 2 different people, the nurse practitioner, the cardiologist, full steam ahead, she's having the ERCP, like now. And then I talked to the nurse on her floor. Yeah, she's about to have it because I wanted to make sure not drinking all day was okay, but I guess that's common. Joe calls it cruel. It is cruel, but it is cruel if they can't fit something in the morning and you have to go all day long without having even a sip of water. Yeah, it's cruel, but it's not. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't dangerous, and it's not. They're monitoring her. It's not dangerous. So we get good news. I get a voicemail from my mother just now. Laura, why do I have to wear a heart monitor? Why do I have to do that? What's wrong? Oh my God. Like nothing's wrong with her at all. I thought I was okay. No, you're not okay. You don't have blockage. You still have the cardiomyopathy, Mom. She has to wear a heart monitor for 10 days, and then you have to mail it off. Okay? She's upset at that. She's coming home. If I weren't in her life, they would have told her, we wanted you to have, they would have just kept her forever. They would have kept her over the weekend, had the ERCP, if the people would even do it. We don't even know if they'll do it. They might not do it. We're getting someone has to do it. She needs the ERCP to find out what's wrong with her. And again, this isn't a joke. A CAT scan from a month ago showed one mass. The CAT scan now showed another smaller mass. Just because in MRCT they say we don't think it's cancer, we think it's stones, but they don't know for sure. And my mom's bitching about having to wear something on her chest. Big deal. Big deal. What the hell, Mom? And again, She's not a child. She's a full-grown adult, and I swear to God, I just got a voicemail. And I told you exactly what it said. I can tell you, write it down and tell you verbatim. Laura, like I'm a doctor, like I'm God, like, Laura, why do I have to wear a heart monitor? Because you do. Why do you have to take new medication that could have potential side effects? Because you do. You have heart problems, Mom. You have cardiomyopathy, but you at least don't have a blockage. Sometimes they never find out what causes cardiomyopathy. That's what the nurse practitioner of the cardiologist told me. But can you imagine? She's coming home. She got good news from the cardiac catheterization. She got good news. That's good news. Bad news would be a blockage, right? Good news. And she's bitching that she has to wear this heart monitor thing on her chest. And she can take showers with it, I asked. But she just wants to be in denial. She's not understanding the seriousness of this. I kind of feel like there are children who understand the seriousness. Like if they get cancer or something, they understand the seriousness of it. And I feel like my 76-year-old mother is not understanding the seriousness of this. I'm dealing with a child that I'm listening to that thinking that it was her case manager calling me or whatever, because the doctor thought I was coming to get her. I'm like, I don't have a car. I was told they're going to charge it to her insurance, arrange her a van to bring her home. I literally have a message. Again, who am I? Am I a doctor? Am I any type of medical anything? Do I know anything about anything? No. Laura, I thought I was okay. Why do I have to wear a heart monitor? At least she's not going to be home for hours. But that's not a guarantee. I think one time I was told she wasn't, and then she came home earlier. There's really no, it could get, they say that it's not going to be for hours, but it could be. But it's not going to be in the next 10 minutes. So I probably... You know, you or I, as I'm talking to all of you, would just be happy that we can come home and that there was no blockage. That cardiocatheterization was to determine if there's blockage. And she's bitching because she has to wear a heart monitor. Oh, God. And I had to call and make an appointment because they want you to always, even when she was in mental hospitals, they want you to see your doctor within a week. It doesn't mean you necessarily get to see your doctor, but they leave open like emergency appointments for this kind of thing. And you see like the assistant, not the doctor, okay? Well, I have a dentist appointment coming up. And they wanted something for this coming. I'm like, that's too soon, okay? So basically, I need to be there and see her primary care physician too. And it worked out that, you know, my mother can get there one way and I'll get there another way after my dentist appointment. If the way the buses run, I figured it out. I can do it. I can do it. I just can't dilly-dally, and I can't, you know, I can do it. I know how the buses run. I know I can do it. I know I can get to her appointment in time, and we'll just go separately. It'll be pushing it, but I need to be there, so... So that's where we stand. got a voicemail, and I'm thinking that it's going to be the case manager, and it's my mother bitching she has to wear a heart monitor. She's just not taking this seriously. I think she just, I don't know. It's weird to me, though, because she's able to understand, a lot of times she's able to understand things going on in the world. Like, she watches the news and whatnot, but she can't understand that it's a dangerous thing to have a 23% level of your heart when it used to be 60%. When you were in there for all that time, the last time when you broke your neck and back. Fortunately, not so, you know, when she broke her neck and back, she was in the back brace and neck brace for those 5 months, but yeah, that could have been a lot worse too. She could have smashed her head, she could have had serious, serious injuries to her neck and back instead of ones that, you know, took 5 months to heal. So we're not out of the water, not by any means. We're not out of the water. But at least she doesn't have blockage. And then, of course, they say, well, right now, oh, she has to be on something that causes you to pee. They said she had some fluid around her heart. So for 10 days, I guess she has to, just for a short amount of time, she has to be on something that makes her pee. And then I said, well, she drinks a lot of water. I encourage her to drink a lot of water. Is that okay? And then she goes, well, I wouldn't recommend more than 2 liters a day. I'm like, what is 2 liters? And she looked it up. I'm like, that's 68 ounces. That's the normal you recommend anyway. I thought you wanted to cut her back to like 4 glasses a day or something. She's like, no. It's just we're gonna put her on this thing and like I said. And then she was talking about the statin that my mom doesn't want to go on, and she mentioned that. She's like, but that elevates liver. We're not going to have her do that now because that could elevate liver enzymes, and she's already dealing with that. Yeah, she doesn't want to go on that anyway. So there you go. So that's where it stands. She at least didn't have a blockage, and she's again treating me like I'm God. It's unbelievable to me. It's like, why do you have to wear a heart monitor? Because you have a problem with your heart and they want to monitor it, Mom. That's why. That's common sense, right? But you asking me, I mean,